Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look at here at Avalanche, double checking important factors. We're at that $27 mark. We've been wanting this for a while to get that confirmation to the upside. Doesn't mean we just blindly jump into a trade right now, but I can tell you this is generally a favorable sign. So we're going to draw some trend lines and kind of pay close attention to just some important factors here. Kind of see roughly where we're going to go next. So if you're new to the channel, I'm not a financial advisor, but I love to teach people to trade. Let's see here. Really quick before we get started, I do want to say quick congrats to our community members here for our, our premium group. We saw some nice profit here from Casper at 16%, Bitcoin long at 60,000, 55% in 12 hours. So again, nice solid reversal there. We actually had a short leading up to that, and we flipped it around, made up our loss with some extra profit there. It's a positive situation. And Bitcoin's looking pretty strong right now, so we got to be mindful of that and make sure we don't just jump blindly into trades, but we also want to recognize that, hey, it's an important thing right now. Most likely we're going to see the price increase then decrease, and with volume or liquidation, that really tells us a different story. So let's look at this here first. Okay, so recently here we saw this $26.50 to $27 market swept. We talked about 25 to 26 being a support range. That's still a thing. 26 is the new low for us essentially because it was a previous high, right? Having said that, we can see we're ranging between 26.50 and 27.50. We have specifically a lot of liquidation between 27.50 and 28.50. Okay, so it seems more sensible for that 28.50 mark to be hit before the price pulls back. It could even occur right now here soon because we're seeing a bullish pennant pattern forming. Granted, a lot of coins are showing that right now, so it's best not to get too crazy, but bullish pennant patterns have a tendency of breaking out pretty high. In fact, we got a, where did I put that? We've got a, I thought I had, oh, here we go, down education, sorry. Bullish pennant patterns have a 54% probability of success. Okay, so that's greater than nothing, not phenomenal, but it's also very helpful. Okay, and what I mean by that is pennant patterns are more likely to break up or down, but they have contributing factors. So we want to make sure we look at a lot of other things first before we just jump in. But again, anything over 50% is a better chance than not that is going to happen. Okay, so again, you never want to just kind of fall victim to trading only bullish pennant patterns or bearish pennant patterns, but they are nice contributing factors. Okay, so what does that mean for us here? Well, we're at $27. We're just above this 0.618 fib level. This has been a point of contention for us for a little while. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, now 5 days trying to test that level. Okay, in other words, the golden pocket is a pretty consistent level of retracement. So having said that, with this being the 5th time, we might see the price action break free, but we also might see it pull back and complete a cup and handle pattern. I'll explain here in a minute. Take a look here. First of all, though, we got the daily time frame at 50 on the RSI or close to it, generally coming up to a resistance level. Once again, 0.618 fib level, $27. If Bitcoin pulls back, you can expect AVAX to do the same. However, we got a secondary stochastic swing to the upside here, in MACD converging, and we look at our moving averages, we are now tentatively above the 20-day SMA. Okay, so being above the 20 is a huge deal. It kind of just lets us know that we've shifted gears from being completely bearish to moderately bearish. And again, with all these other momentous indicators, it gives us indication that we're more likely to see the price go up than down. It's just a slightly larger probability than the inverse. All that being said, we take a look here at the 4-hour time frame. We can recognize we're bullish in the sense of being over 50 on the RSI, but under 70. Stochastic is swinging down, of course, that momentous indicator letting us know we've maybe plateaued on this continuation here, and that we may be due for a correction. And we also have MACD converging. Okay, so again, these are not perfect situations by any stretch, but they are positive. Okay, so again, I'll just go ahead and put this little bullish pennant pattern up here for us just to pay attention to. Again, it's never exact science, but I just like to kind of bring that to your attention. Having said all that, let's take a quick look at the hourly and quickly understand here the Ichimoku cloud and just clarify. We can kind of see we are still very bullish on this coin. Every time frame, every iteration of the smaller time frames we can see for AVAX are positive. So more likely to break up than down at this point. You just got to recognize that Bitcoin does pull back to fill its CME gap here. Then we're going to probably see AVAX come back to retest its most recent high at $26. So me personally, I'm going to set an alert in the low $26 range just to come back to this coin. If it were to come back and pull back to that area, I'd maybe consider a long position if other contributing factors were present. Hypothetically, the price comes down here and does one of these. That's what I'd be looking for a trade. Okay, so again, it's never an exact situation here, but that's roughly what I'm looking for. Again, the likelihood of the price breaking up from here is higher, but we got to recognize Bitcoin is starting to cool off a little bit, starting to face some resistance. 65K is the next key level resistance for Bitcoin, so if it does ramp up, that's where we're going to be. And what that could do for us here with AVAX is put us in the $28 range, which would be perfect because we're looking at $28.50 for a nice area liquidation. So I think statistically, you're going to find more success taking a long than a short with AVAX, even considering the fact that Bitcoin could pull back. If Bitcoin does pull back, $26 would be a solid entry up to the $28.50 range. That's what I'm looking for. So I'll go ahead and I'll post this in our trade alerts section. This is a new section here. I'll just quickly show you kind of what I like to do here. Explain my thoughts on trades before I take them. Okay, so again, this is here for our community members there. Just make sure you reference that and learn from it. And the whole concept is to make sure that we're trying to stay ahead of the curve, right? So I appreciate some community members for bringing this to my attention. We're bringing a lot of really cool features to our Discord, so be sure to check that out and jump on over there if you aren't already. And either way you look at it, I thank you so much for watching and absolutely hope you can become a better trader by just learning day in and day out. It takes time, but you'll get there. Use the world's best exchange. No KYC or VPN required. This is my opinion, of course, but Unix, use my link to register. You get some awesome rewards too. Once again, I deeply appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like the video. We'll see you next one. Take care.